What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Mr. Plays. And today I'm going to be telling you guys why Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is awesome. Okay guys, so it's no secret that I love Age of Calamity more than most people, and it is one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch. So today guys, I'm going to be giving you guys 4 reasons why I think Age of Calamity is awesome. Now, Age of Calamity is the second Hyrule Warriors game, with the first one coming out in August 2014, having like nothing to do with Breath of the Wild, and this game being the prequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which kind of brings us our first story point, because it's like kind of the prequel. Okay, yeah, so our first reason is story. Now, first I just want to say, as we all know, Breath of the Wild starts out with like Link waking up and he's been asleep for 100 years because they were defeated by the Great Calamity. Now, that's what's different about this game. This game sets right as like before Breath of the Wild happens, but the thing is, they don't get defeated by Calamity Ganon. It's a whole story. I'll leave my story video on me breaking down everything, explaining everything in the description below if you want to check that out. But right now, my guys, my first reason is story. Okay, yeah, so the story did 2 things that I very liked, like a lot. And one of these being, like, a lot more information on the Great Calamity, where, like, they really broke it down, and that's something that Breath of the Wild was particularly lacking, where we didn't know a ton about, like, the Calamity. Obviously, when you talk to, like, Impa and Kakariko Village, you get some information, that kind of stuff, but, they did not explore it as much as I wanted them to, but, Age of Calamity gave us 2.5 hours of cutscenes, not including the DLC, and it pretty much was like a Zelda movie, and it provided us with, in my opinion, an awesome story. And I know some people didn't really like it because they didn't really follow the Breath of the Wild way, but I thought it was awesome. I thought it was really creative with the whole time travel thing, and honestly, I didn't mind that, and I thought it was really creative. So overall, I really did enjoy what they did with the story. Okay guys, so next up, I'm going to talk about characters. Now, I loved what they did with the characters in this game. Now, the character roster is insane. There are 21 characters in the roster, only 18 without the DLC though, since the DLC added the battle-tested Guardian, Suga, and Robbie and Purah as a character. But I love what they did with the characters. Now, each character, through the story, they each got their own character arc, which I loved, and then they each got, like, their own movesets, strengths, weaknesses. Also, some characters, most notably Link, have different weapons, which, like, each weapon has different movesets as well. So, like, he has his one-handed weapon, then he has his spear, and his two-handed weapon, and then he also has the flail. Each of those have different movesets, like they're brand new characters. And also, some characters are better than others, particularly, like, Link being the GOAT and Hestu being the meme, but there's also other characters, like Tiba and Impa, who are like really insane, and also characters like Riju, who are also really bad. And I also really liked the effort that they put into stuff like the animations as well, how like the animations really fit the character. And now whatever Nintendo did, it really gave me an urge to get all my favorite characters up to level 100, to a point in the game where now I have every character level 100 except for Hestu, who's only level 80. Like, I just loved what they did with the characters in this game, and like I said, with like, anything from like the movesets to the character art to them, just the massive roster and like the weapons and everything, just they completely nailed the characters in this game. Next, guys, I'm going to be talking about the gameplay. Now, the 1v1000 gameplay style in this game just blew me away, because I never played the original Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U. And I love how, like, you can fight enemies from Breath of the Wild, and how you can kill them, like, a lot easier in this game, but there's a lot more of them. And I love all the weak point smashes, the special attacks, combos, weak point gauge, unique actions. Like, I loved the unique actions, like how some were trash, some were broken, like Impa's was just broken, like Hestu, or like Daruk's is just pretty much useless. And I love the unique action, because it gave each character, like, its own unique, like, it's pretty so self-explanatory. It gave them their own unique thing that fit the character, which I loved. And also, another thing I love is how you can change the difficulty in this game all the way from easy to apocalyptic, which is so nice because maybe if you have like an 8-year-old, you might want to put the game on like easy mode. But if you really want to challenge and maybe you're older or something, you could put it on like very hard or apocalyptic mode. I haven't played much of apocalyptic mode, but I heard it's pretty hard. So honestly, the gameplay exceeded my expectations so much and how smooth it is. The only problem with the gameplay is when you're like 2-player mode and the FPS just goes way down. But besides that, the gameplay in this game is great. I loved it. I love what they do with like boss fighting versus crowd control and all that stuff. So I thought the gameplay was awesome. Alright guys, now I'm going to go over other stuff that I liked, particularly the military training camp in the fusing system. Those were amazing. Like, I just love how you could just level up characters with rupees, and to get better weapons, you have to fuse it together with other weapons, then also use rupees. That was awesome. Like, I literally could not have thought of any better system myself. I also love the system of like MiniQuests that unlocks you, stuff like special attack gauges, combos, and also stuff where like MiniQuests where you actually like fight. Like when you actually like the other MiniQuests where you actually fight. I thought those were awesome, which unlock other MiniQuests where you can get more like special attack gauges and all that kind of stuff. And I also love what they did with the story where it was like 20 main quests. And they were like, the big ones. If you don't know, I'm talking about those like 20, and they put them into chapters, really organized. I really liked what they did with that. And also, guys, the last thing I want to talk about is how they nailed both DLC waves. Now, I have a DLC review, and I'm gonna leave that in the description. And that's where I'm gonna really talk about everything. But they nailed like everything, like anything from like the characters to the EX Royal Ancient Lab. I loved it. So. Yeah. Either way, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and hopefully you are convinced that Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is awesome, or at least you get where I'm coming from. But, that's gonna do it for this video, guys, so make sure to subscribe, like, with notifications on. But until next time, peace!